A lot of us spend a majority of our day sitting at our desks or in our cars. Well, more and more people are replacing their office chairs with one of these, and I'm attempting to do it as I don't roll off.
We're having fun with these this morning. Emily Wenzel from K-Pop Pilates and Wellness joins us today with some great stretches and exercises you can also use these for. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're putting us to work this morning.
Yes, the stability balls are really instability balls.
Uh-oh.
So they challenge your balance and stability. The idea is to work from your center in the core, so you're not putting as much pressure and weight necessarily on your feet. You can be a little bit lighter on your body. So if you were to use this as your office chair, which is always a good idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you a big proponent of that?
I'm a proponent of it, yes, and sometimes you need to change it up a little bit. So as you're sitting like this, you both have nice, beautiful posture, shoulders right on top of the hips.
Because I'm being forced to.
I was going to say, because we are also on TV.
Sometimes you need to also change up the position of your back. So just rolling the hips under, tilting the pelvis under, flexing the spine and extending the spine. Once in a while, you need to kind of loosen it up.
I feel it in my lower back already. Is that sad?
So, well, hopefully you're feeling more of a stretch in the lower back and the work in the lower abdominals.
Yeah.
So the idea is if you're looking at us or if you're doing this at home, it's just going to be a subtle movement. But if you're looking at us from the waist up, it almost looks like they're not doing anything. You don't want to tilt under and kind of hunch forward and shoulders round forward like this. So you really want to get the work in the lower abs without gripping with the thighs or without putting too much energy into the feet. But then if you need to sometimes pick up the intensity, we had done a little bit of the bouncing.
Yeah.
And
well, it's hard not to when you sit on it.
You've got to. So that's always fun too. You can get a little bit of cardio if you're at work and you need to just jazz it up a little bit. So you can bounce on the ball, but really try to recruit your core, and your core meaning all the way down from the lower abdominals, not necessarily up underneath the chest. And as you bounce, you can open and close the legs and be more playful into like a jumping jack if you need to really get your heart rate up during your work hours. But also you can take this position, start to roll the hips under, walk it out a couple steps, and then you're going to feel the core kick on a little bit more. Now we're going to kind of go down a little bit more into that C curve.
I really hope I don't fall.
All right, so then from there, we also need to rotate in life, and sometimes at your desk you need to grab some files or your computer from another angle. So what you want to do is you can either stay in this upright position or you can go into that slight C curve and go into a little bit more abdominal position and then add your twist. So as you twist to the left or right, whichever direction you twist, you want to try to keep the knees and the legs in the same position. So try not to twist and the hips twist. So if the knees stay even, then you're rotating more from the torso than the hips. Even though I like a hippie chick, I am a hippie chick. You want to stabilize. Or, yes?
I was going to say, so Emily, you're giving us all these great tips of things that we can do on our desk. Obviously will help us keep a fit, but as well as like the relaxation that I'm assuming that can maybe help. Does this help people burn some stress when you're sitting at the desk?
Well, another option, yes, you could do with it is if you're comfortable going all the way, then you can go into a back bend, so then you can stretch out the tops of the legs.
I will not be doing that, but good idea.
And also if you need, you can almost, if you do weight training, you can add your weights and you could use it as a bench. So you could either be here with some of the weights or you could go all the way out where the head and upper back is supported with the ball. So that's another option. So yes, the stretches back. We could do even some standing and stretches side to side with the ball, or you could do some kneeling side stretches with the ball.
What do you do when you're standing with the ball?
So if you're standing,
well, and we're almost at a time now, but so this is a great thing to have at the office or at home, right?
Oh, it's a great tool. It'll definitely strengthen your body all over. Yeah. So it's a nice challenge. You want to make sure as you're working the size, you want the knees to be in line with the hips. So you don't want to be sinking down too low to where your knees are higher than the hips. If you're selecting a ball that's the proper size for you for that specific purpose. But for other exercises, they can be smaller or larger.
Are you going to leave these here for us?
We're just going to have to have you come back and tell us more wonderful ways to make the office a little more health friendly.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, up next we'll